Is it worth it to try to be great? Isn't being good enough? Is your time better spent just getting your life right as you see it? What is the cost of being great as opposed to just being good? And is it worth it? Let's get into it. Hello everyone, Wallace Russell from CoachWallaceRussell.com. The definition of the word good is of a favorable character or tendency. Good times, good people, good job, good grades, good life. Synonyms include adequate, sufficient, sensible, acceptable. A person that is good at something is said to be competent. The definition of the word great is notably larger in size, magnitude, degree, or effectiveness. Synonyms include noteworthy, remarkable, and accomplished. A person that is great at something is exceptional. There is generally nothing wrong with being considered good or great. You could say the only difference is in degree or magnitude. Obviously, the social and possibly monetary payoff is likely better or more for being great. But being good is not to be sneezed at, and because it is still a place of comfort, competence, and respect, it's still important, and not everyone is good. There are those that choose, consciously or not, to not be great. One of the reasons is the cost is high, and what you have to pay to become great may not seem worth it. As an example, when I was in school, I found I could get a C grade on anything relatively easy, little to no work. Getting a B, however, required more work, and I didn't always feel like it, but if I did the extra work and got a better grade. Getting an A, however, required sometimes twice as much work or more to get that highest grade, and it wasn't always worth it. And I had to decide each time, is it worth doing this much work when I could easily do something else? At work, being good usually meant steady employment and freedom from supervisors having to meddle into your affairs or micromanage you. Choosing to be great at work usually meant more responsibility and more work to do and more of a chance to fail or to mess up or to get in trouble, often without more power or more money. So it didn't always make sense to be great at work because of those negative consequences. See, there's no guarantee that you get more out of trying to be great. And that extra time and energy you spend working to be great can be gone forever, and you can't get it back. So why be great? Or why choose to be great? Well, it depends on what you are focused on in your life journey. If it is transactional, meaning if you want something in return for your being great, you may not obtain the value meaningful to you. If you need to be paid to be great, if you need to get something in return, when no one actually agrees to give it to you, you may never get it. Granted, choosing to be great at least opens up the possibility to an exceptional outcome, even though you might not get it. If your focus is different, if you are trying to redefine yourself or level up, then working to be greater is the only way. Be warned though, the journey to become and stay great is lifelong. You don't just become great and then you don't have to do any more work because you're great forever. You have to keep doing it. And there is a price to pay in time and energy. But it does pay off in intangible ways. When you are working to be great, you get increased confidence. The more you become great, the more you try to become great, the more you feel like you can when you want to. You also get increased ability to push through and past obstacles. because you keep doing it. Practice makes perfect. So the more you work to be great, the better you are at dealing with the things that might stop you from becoming great. So it can actually become easier over time. Another payment is the way others see you and treat you. Again, there's no guarantee, but it's likely if someone sees that you are great, they hold you in a different capacity. They talk to you differently. They treat you differently because a great person has an effect on the world. Good people do too, but certainly not to the same magnitude. Consider, if you're choosing whether or not to be good or great, that these intangible things, this confidence, this ability, this how people see you, can be more valuable to you on your journey in a way that you can't put in the bank. It can also, and this is possible, pay off in more money, notoriety, and prestige. But again, not guaranteed, and also not available if you're just good. There's a saying that goes, good is the enemy of great. This saying tends to mean that if you concentrate on being good, or more specifically, good enough, then you close the door to the benefits that are possible for you of being great. Now, the benefits, again, are not named and they're not guaranteed. They're just not available and not possible if your aim is only to be good or good enough. The difference is what you're aiming at. If you aim for the moon, you may not make it and fall back to earth. If you aim for the sun, even if you fall short to this great thing you aim for, you are still among the stars. Being great as a choice is about how you see yourself, how you want to see yourself, and how you want others to see you. And you get to decide that for yourself. And whatever you choose is fine and correct. There is no law that says you have to be great or you have to do anything. You get to choose. One of the great things about being human and alive is you can choose the life that you want for yourself. You have to work for it, but it's still your choice. So the real question is being great important? Is being great something you want to be? Let me ask you this question. Let's say in this scenario, I know you. I really know you, like a close friend or someone who's known you for years. And this close friend, stands in front of you, walks up, shakes your hand, looks you in the eye, and says the following: I know you, I see you, and I know you are a good person, but you're not a great one. How does that feel? Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any comments or suggestions, please put them in the comment box below. If you think this talk might have some value to someone else, please consider sharing with them. If you're interested in working with me as a life coach, there's a link below to set up a free consultation. As always, your time, your energy, your viewership, your presence is appreciated. And we'll see you next time.